What does it actually mean to ink a card? Why are some cards inkable and other versions of the exact same character or idea are not? Seriously, not only do we have two different versions of Grandma Tala, one of which explicitly focuses on getting inked, we have a third version of Grandma Tala who doesn't care about getting inked and only wants you to ink other cards. She is explicitly uninkable. I decided to examine the largest dataset we had in terms of versions of a character, and so I looked at Mickey Mouse. Loads of Mickey Mouse cards can and cannot be inked. One of the things I did notice is that all of his uninkable versions were either Dreamborn or Floodborn. He has no Storyborn versions that are explicitly uninkable. I also noticed a fair amount of his Storyborn versions are explicitly inkable. But this doesn't account for much because he also has a ton of inkable cards that are Storyborn, Dreamborn, and Floodborn. I also decided to check in some other cards, so I decided to look at Cinderella. The version of Cinderella that explicitly achieves her dream is incapable of being inked. The glass slipper as well is also incapable of being inked. So maybe it's entirely based on how important the character is to the story or how well they would apply to another story. But that wasn't true either because the version of Cinderella that is proving who she is to the prince is inkable. At the end of the day, whether or not a card is capable of being inked seems to be entirely based on the balance of the game as opposed to any in-lore reasons. I suppose that makes sense, but it is also kind of frustrating. If you can see something about inking cards that I'm just not seeing in this game, please let me know in the comments.